Okay. So what about Eric?
Candy, please. He is too sweet for me. So I'm like, can I leave this phone?
Tammy, you are so crazy. You bogus.
Whatever.
I don't think Eric's gay.
Whatever. He is too feminine for me. There's no one even associated with this choir I even talk to.
I know one guy you wish you could have.
Jingles.
Whatever. That's my cousin's man.
Yes, her man now. But I know the only reason why you asked him to play the drums in the choir is so that you can get to know him.
What's going on with Mia and Jingles anyway?
I don't know. I think they went out tonight.
Look, Tammy, I'm sorry, but do you have anything to eat up in here? Because it's taking the food too long to get here.
Okay. I'm hungry. It's some chips or something in the kitchen.
Okay. Hey, girl! How's Tracy rehearsal? It was good.
What y'all doing down there?
We just hanging around acting crazy. You know how we do. Talking and stuff. Why don't you come down with us? Girl.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Mia.
Girl. Hey.
What's up, girl?
How you doing?
Good to see you. Where's Marla?
I don't know. I think she's asleep already.
Mia, we were just talking about you and Jingles. Oh, really? What's wrong? I think I'm gonna have to break up with Jingles.
What happened?
He's just been putting a lot of pressure on me to know about my past. I mean, I told him I used to sing, and I told him I stopped singing when I moved back from New York, but I didn't tell him why I stopped singing, and I didn't tell him about how my past used to be.
But that was before you got saved. He can't hold that against you now.
Yeah, that's true, but my past has messed up many of my other relationships. Do you all remember my old boyfriends, Aaron and Michael? When Aaron found out about my uninhibited past, he lost all respect for me.
Time out. Hold this while I handle these sorry Lou. Got time in. My shoe! Man! Who's the man? That's what you call being athletically superior. Oh, but that's right. You only good at one good thing. But that's okay, though. I'll marry you for that good thing. Let's go. It's coming again.
Aaron, you're a jerk.
Mia, where you going? Go back here, baby. You know I'm just playing.
Then Michael, he was supposed to be a preacher. Wow. And I felt so comfortable talking to him. But when he found out how promiscuous I used to be, he turned into a lust-breathing dragon. I feel like I could tell you anything.
Mia, you can tell me whatever it is you need to tell me. I know it may be hard for you to try to adjust to this abstinent lifestyle, but I'm here to tell you, I'm not here to judge you. I'm just here to join you.
How could you? I trusted you. They both were supposed to be saved, but that was just a front. Well, it's better you find out sooner than later. But what does all this have to do with Jingles?
Right, because everybody knows that Jingles had a jacked up past.
Right.
And if anybody should understand you, it should be him.
That's exactly the problem. And I know he's trying to move on from his past, but if he knew what I used to do, he'll want to dump me. And I'd just rather cut it off now.
Well, break up with him then. Who cares?
Tammy, don't be so insensitive. Su prima es tan celosa. ¿Qué le pasa a ella?
Hold up. Unlike Mia, I am not half Puerto Rican, and I do not speak Spanish, so can we please keep it to one language? Por favor, señoritas.
Thank you.
Tammy, you better be glad the pizza's here.
Whatever. No. Me, all I'm saying is, you whining over a great understanding guy. I admit, yeah, first I was bogus for trying to get with him. That's because you was acting all scary like you doing now. Girl, that man loves you and want to be with you. Besides, if he didn't want to get with this, he don't want nobody else.
Basically, you've been trusting God before all this, and he didn't allow you to get involved too deeply with those other losers.
Right.
So you really need to just trust him for this too. I guess you all are right. I'm gonna try.
Mia, Jingle's at the door.
How's that?
Jingles. What's up?
Hey, Mia. Guess what? A friend of mine from New York is in town tonight. And he gave me a call tonight. And we talked, and come to find out, he's from your hometown. And I think you know him. His name is Jason. Mia, he told me everything. Everything. The wild side. Everything. Mia, come here. Mia, you're everything to me. And it's nothing I could possibly, it's nothing I could ever want to change about you. Mia, I love you.
I love you, Jingles.
Now, if we could just get you to sing again.
Oh, I will.
All right, we're back. So that was my film Discouraged in Faith. I did that in 2003. It was done on uh, a digital Canon XL1. And I tried to shoot a 24 frame a second, but they didn't have 24 frame second on that particular camera. So, but they had something called film frame rate, or it was called like film frame rate. So that was supposed to mimic 24 frames a second. So I just like the drama of the way that looks. So that's why I did this. So let me see if I can turn the desktop audio down. Let's see. Let me see what it sounds like here now, because I just want to test it just to see what it sounds like here. That's all. Let me see. Okay, so that's good. So we can go back to. So that's good. So we can go back to. All right. Sorry about that. So I just wanted to turn it down so you could hear me. I wanted to turn down the volume of the film itself while I'm speaking. All right, let's start it from the beginning. So again, I did this way back in 2003. I was trying to get some traction for a film that I wrote called The One. And the very first scene, I got this idea from, with the car pass. Actually, I liked the shot that was on the floor. I did a music video, and I did the same thing, having it on the floor instead of going from the top. My established shot be on the bottom where you could see everything. So it worked, and my DP or cinematographer said, why don't you pan on a car, which is a good idea, having movement. So I like having the little cuts in there. Now this is where I really got a sense of what it's like to work with other people. It's important to get people that know what they're doing and don't just trust everybody knows what they're doing. You can check on it. I had audio problems. I had different audio people. That was my sister and my little cousin that walked past there. So now this scene right here, I wanted a warm look, and 'cause I want them to feel safe in there. I like the tree lights. I don't think it was Christmas time there. It just so happens that you know, but those Christmas light work really well. It looks like those two lamps are lighting the scene, but it's really not. I have like some warm lights. I could have made it warmer, but I could have done that with a filter and editing. But this is my first time really working with an editor uh, outside of like film school, not using film, using digital. I did this at Post Effects. So the editor, she worked at Post Effects, and she wasn't a editor for Post Effects. She just worked at I think she was like a student or something or an intern. But anyway, that's downtown Chicago. So yeah, I did this because I knew I was gonna see Andre Crouch, and I was gonna see if I could get Andre Crouch to do the soundtrack for my film, and I wanted to meet Chris Tucker to see if I can get him to help me out to see how I can work this out. God gave me both of their names. I did eventually get to know Andre Crouch very well. He's a real cool guy. He's got that did the music for Purple, The Color Purple, and Lion King, Michael Jackson's Man in the Mirror, and other stuff. I mean, he's done so many different things. He did Amen. He did all the music for Amen, like the opening theme song and stuff. He killed that. Anyway, so I wanted to give him more material so he could see that I know how to direct, basically. But I like the way it turned out. The color is beautiful. The women, beautiful. The black women, your skin tones are amazing, and it's like just amazing, beautiful. Um, so I had never worked with any of these women before.
There's
Maybe
no
the
one
two
even
twins
associated with this
that's
cracker
sitting on
I
the
just talked
end,
to.
but we had never done anything significant before, like a church play or something like that. But the other young ladies I never worked with, and most of them had never acted before, so I really had to
That's my
dive
cousin.
into my acting
Yes, I'm
chops,
mad now, but
directing,
I know the only reason why you asked me to
and
play the drums in the choir
so
is so that you can get paid.
again, this is a demo of a feature film that I had written called The One, and this is like the premise is somewhere inside of this story here between Jingles and
I'm
Mia.
sorry, but do
But
you have
anyway,
anything in your
this is a
past
snippet. I just made it
that
stand
took
out on its
too
own.
long to get here?
I like this shot. Now that I look at it, I wish I had gotten another shot too, but I'm not sure which shot I should have gotten. Again, I had audio problems, so some of the that was Foley right there with the steps. I think that was Foley, or if it wasn't, we did it. It's another way. So that shot before, we were on the balcony shooting that, and here we're the stair steps. I like the frame, but it's kind of scary. So now I'm not sure if I should have done it, but it looks cool. But you don't want things just look cool. You want it to make sense. Now, one thing that I heard someone say, well, whose house is it? Whose house is it? Well, okay, they both live with their auntie. That's what Aunt Marla is. Aunt Marla to everybody. They both stand there. There's a backstory behind that. But anyway, so they're all friends, music people, and at the church they have. Well, they don't really go to the same church, but they know each other from singing in church circles around the city. Singing uh, gospel music is a big thing. A lot of people actually make a living, a good living, singing for different things in the church. So don't cut that short. Um, Now the outfit that she has on, she's supposed to stand out. Oh, they did their own makeup, and I just approved it. So give me credit for that. Now this was 100% my idea. The idea of this was when you're remembering things, you really just remember a lot of times snapshots, and it's kind of faded. You don't have total. Well, I guess with women, this is more like a man, because women get colors all the time. But as a man, we're not gonna really remember the colors. Like I can't remember what colors his clothes were at the time. I guess he had a blue shirt and a black pants. I don't remember. But yeah, snapshots. That's how we remember things. So that's why I wanted to do it that way. Oh, the music is done by Sheree Reed, the great bass player, uh, musical artist. He plays with Corey Henry used to. Like, what's it called? The Funk Apostles? I don't remember. But anyway, you check him out, Sheree Reed. He's like all over the place, Instagram, YouTube, all that type of stuff. But both of these tracks, I knew him because we grew up together, kind of like in the same church circles. I was a musician, a percussionist, and he was a bass player, and so we played, you know, different songs at concerts, recorders, and stuff together. So I came to him and asked me to give me some stuff because I knew he made music, you know, at home and stuff. So it worked perfect. I liked it. Um, that young man that was there, that's David Ballard. He's a pastor now. He's like a good big pastor, kind of like in Chicago. Uh, but back then he was David Ballard. He's a cool guy. I shot this on 2 days, on Friday and a Saturday. And I remember I rented that truck that she drove up in, Mia, the one that's playing Mia. I rented that truck, the Durango.
Hold up. Unlike Mia, I am not half Puerto Rican.
I had her to bring some pictures of herself, and I put it behind them, you know, and those little stones back there, just to show that there's some connection, but it may cause more confusion than that. Now, this young lady that's talking now, Bird, you know, I mean, she was like the best. She was like excellent to work with. I had met her like, man, what I met her like a month before then. I was dropping my cousin off or something like that, and I saw her, and she was a friend of my cousin, and I was like, man, she looked perfect for this part. And I was asked, did she want to be in it? She was like, yeah, boom. That's how she got a part of it, you know. And she killed it. I'm like, have you ever acted before? She's like, no. But she was just so chill, so cool. I don't know what's going on with Bird now. Shamika Jenkins, I think is her name. So the other two, those are my god sisters. The twins are my god sisters, and from the church, the other Tammy, was it Tammy? I can't remember. Okay, this is my cousin Aaron. We grew up together. Me and my cousin Aaron and Andrew was my best friends. We grew up
A friend
together
of mine from New York is
in
in town tonight,
Chicago.
and he gave me a call tonight.
Now this scene, I didn't know if I wanted to kiss or not. I
Asked me a hundred
know
times,
everybody was like, you should make him kiss, but I was just
but I
like,
think you know him.
man, I don't know what's in the other person's mouths and everything. I know people
Man,
do
he's
that in
crazy.
Hollywood all the time. I was like, man, if we was doing a Hollywood film, I probably would do this, but
He told me
you
everything.
know, this is not a Hollywood film, and they're doing me a favor, so I'm not gonna
Wildfire,
make them have to swap spit
everything.
14
Yeah,
times,
you know.
you know. So
Man, you everything to me.
that track is really
It's
cool.
nothing.
Sheree
It's
had.
nothing.
I really just asked him to give me whatever he had, and I just listened to a bunch of tracks he had, and I slightly just, you know, did a few things in editing, audio editing, but it worked out. It's cool.
Man, we
I
should
like
just
what
get you to
Matt
say it
did with
again.
this. Oh, my sound engineer, I forgot his name. My original one, he was great, you know. Um, but we had problems. I should have had headphones and listened. Matt Johnson, that was my guy. So yeah, well, these other people, Robert Aguilar, that was his name, you know. And then my Bartek, he came in later on to help out when Robert wasn't available. So yeah, I had a lot of people that supported me back then. Um, Either in word, I had a couple of people that supported me financially to do this. I only spent $1,500 and did this, you know, which is like free basically, because I did have to pay the guys because I wanted some people that knew what they were doing. There's Sheree Reed, and so that was that. It was fun. It was great, you know, and I enjoyed it. You know, I guess if you got any other questions, you can ask me later on. But that's how it turned out, and I had fun making that. And I hope you all enjoyed it. Rewatch it again. All right, I'm out.